Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. So I'm back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through my updated draft for FPL Game Week 1 for the 23-24 season. We're going to be talking about each and every pick that I have in my team, and I'm going to brief about what was the reason why I went for that pick. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 800 subs sooner. That is obviously the aim before the start of the season, and once you subscribe, you're going to get loads and loads of content on FPL. I will cover the UCL Fantasy that I do usually every season, and then there is obviously the content of Bundesliga Fantasy that is going to come onto the season. I hope to cover that, and hopefully I would meet your expectations covering these fantasy. You can get in touch with me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is obviously FPLCA. I'm pretty easily available there. You can just DM me. You can comment below for whatever content you want to watch onto the channel. You can suggest me some changes, how I can make the quality of the content better. So yeah, keeping all that aside, I'll start with the Shoutout to Drafthound, which is an ultimate platform that gives you access to huge insights. Obviously, they have an amazing planner. They've got loads and loads of premium features like player rankings, fixture analysis, player comparisons, and predicted lineups. So there is a link below. You can click on that, and once you click on that, you're going to be redirected to their platform where you can get access to their free features. And once you sign up, obviously you're going to get loads and loads of premium features that I was talking about. You can get hold of the insights like expected points, XG. There is going to be a chart throughout the season which is going to show your rank and obviously your next milestone and all of that. And obviously they have this amazing planner, and this planner works through AI, which is obviously going to suggest you transfers to when you move into the season. So all of that is available on their platform. You can go there. What I'll do throughout the season, I'll be using their platform. I will be using their planner to show you what my moves are and what my transfers are. Now, before we start, just to let you know, we're going to be talk about my team in sections. First, I'll cover the goalkeepers, then obviously the defenders, then obviously the midfielders and the forwards. Now, starting with the goalkeepers, as you can see, I've gone with Onana. I think that United obviously showed a lot of signs of changes in the previous season, and I think that they will get better defensively. They already kept a lot of clean sheets last season. Obviously, Shaw was the one who used to be among the bonus points. And now with Onana, I think he is one of those goalkeepers that likes to be involved a lot. He loves to play the ball. He loves to get out of his zone and pass the ball. So I think with Onana, when he does keeps clean sheet, obviously he makes a lot of saves, which is one aspect to look at why I picked up Onana. And I think the set of fixtures are pretty alright, and I'm expecting at 5 million, I'm expecting Onana to return me clean sheets, and some of the fixtures like Wolves and Nottingham Forest. Obviously Spurs is a good attacking side, but against Wolves and Nottingham Forest, I do expect Onana to make saves, return me points, get those bonus points, and obviously that would obviously be pretty helpful for the overall rank and overall points. Then obviously Areola is the second one at 4 million. Another fixtures isn't very easy, but at 4 million, I think that if he is one of those starting keepers, I think he might be pretty much a good option to just take out Onana and play Areola when the fixtures are easy. Play that rotation keeper, and obviously Onana is going to be my first choice, always going to be my first choice. But when obviously Onana isn't there, he is for any reason not going to play. I'm going to play Areola if he does start and is a starter at 4 million. So as of now, I've kept him. There are other options too that I might look at. Steele obviously is there, but as of now, I'm pretty sad with Areola as my rotation keeper at 4 million, who is expected to be a starter. And the reason is obviously Fabianski isn't a very young one, and I do expect Areola to start some of the games. There is a thunderstorm coming here, so if you do hear the rain noises and lightning noises, just don't worry about that. So now let's move on to the defenders, and I'm going to show you what my defense line looks like now. Now on your screen are the defenders that I have picked up for Game Week 1. Trent Alexander-Arnold at 8 million is obviously a highly owned defender, and the one reason to go for him is that he was pretty involved in the midfield last season, and and we saw some of the attacking returns coming from him, and I think that the price of that 8 million reflects the attacking returns that he obviously has in him. He possesses that ability to provide attacking returns in huge games, in normal games, and he's pretty consistent with that, with his obviously long balls and the through passes that he does from the midfield. So I think that Alexander under 8 million is the reason he's highly owned is due to the attacking returns that people are expecting him to provide throughout the season. And then obviously there is Gabriel from Arsenal, and the reason why I went for him is the good set of fixtures that Arsenal has, and I do expect Arsenal to keep clean sheets during the start of the season, and I would want to benefit from that. Estupiñán at 5 million is another of those attacking wing backs who has some good fixtures, decent fixtures I'd say, and obviously he was a starter last season too. He does get subbed off due to his injury concerns that he used to had at Villarreal too. But as of now, I think that he is going to be a pretty safe option at 5 million. He is also among those highly owned defenders, and the set of fixtures, Luton FC, Wolves, West Ham United, I think these are good fixtures and you can expect attacking returns from him, and that is one reason why I went for him. The good set of fixtures and the attacking capability, and with Brighton, we've seen that they do keep clean sheets too, and if I don't have Steele, I have Estupiñán providing me those defensive points when they do keep clean sheets. Then obviously there's Tarkowski, who will be on my bench. I'll tell you how I'm going to play Tarkowski, but as of now I have him and Mings to play in the rotation when obviously the fixtures are good. Like you see the Tarkowski, he's got Fulham at home at 4.5 million, and Mings is on the bench because he's got Newcastle. So I'll be using them as the rotation defenders. They're pretty cheap options, and sometimes they would give you clean sheets. With Everton, we saw that last season, and obviously Aston Villa is doing all those signings, all those defensive midfield forward signings, and under Unai Emery we've seen teams becoming pretty good defensively, and we saw that last season too when Mings kept a lot of clean sheets and provided their the respective managers with the points that out of nowhere, defensive clean sheet points out of nowhere along with the bonus points. So Tarkowski will be on the bench. I'll tell you which midfielder I'll play instead of Tarkowski for game week 1. So talking about the midfielders, let's head towards the midfielders and see how the midfield line is looking like. Now moving towards the midfielders, as you can see, I've got Saka from Arsenal. I think that his home record is pretty nice, and that is one reason why I went for Saka. He's on the penalties and 8.5 million. I think that he is of a much better value than Odegaard at 8.5 million. He's going to provide you with a lot of points. There is not a lot of difference between their expected points, but I am expecting Saka to explode and return me with a lot of points because he has the ability to provide attacking returns. He's pretty good. He's pretty clinical, and that is what. And obviously the penalties give him an advantage. So I've gone for Saka. If you want to go for a cheaper option, you've got Martinelli at 8 million, and if you're looking for a differential, obviously there is Odegaard. A lot of people have doubled up on Odegaard and Saka, or Saka or Martinelli, so you can do that too. But as of now, I've gone for Saka only. Rashford comes into my side. I've taken out Salah, and Salah is not in this draft. I've brought in Rashford at 9 million. I think that he was the main man for United last season, and he will be, obviously he will continue to be the main man for them. He will score goals for them, and obviously he's a highly owned asset. And at 9 million, I think he's going to be value for money with the set of fixtures that he has. And then obviously there is Mitoma and Enciso in my team. I've doubled up on these midfield options, expecting some attacking returns from them, and obviously the set of fixtures is pretty decent. I think it is tempting, and that is one reason why I've doubled up on Mitoma and Enciso for a little bit of a differential thing, and obviously for some of the benefit that I do expect that they'll provide. And then obviously there is one differential in my side, and that is Jared Bowen, as you can see on your screen. That obviously the set of fixtures is not pretty easy, and it is obviously not pretty difficult too. We saw that Bowen was among the attacking returns despite of the fixtures last season. He was providing them consistently. I am failed to bounce on that, and a lot of managers would have also failed to bounce on that because we were pretty under the grasp of the template. So I want to distract myself a little bit from the template, and with the good form that I've seen Bowen in, I think that he's a tempting fixture, a tempting player for the tempting fixtures, and that is why I went for Bowen in the midfield instead of the likes of Foden and all the others, Eze and all the others that a lot of people have gone for. Obviously, this is not pretty much, a fixed kind of thing. I will be making changes, but as of now, I find Bowen pretty tempting. Now let's move on to the 3 forwards and see what I have for the forwards in my side. There is obviously one surprise there too. So yeah, let's move towards the forwards. Now with the forwards coming into the side, you can see that the team is in shape, and you can see the forwards, Haaland and Gabriel Jesus, are going to be my 2 starters. This is a pretty much template kind of thing where Jesus has a good home record, the set of fixtures is nice, and with all the reasons why I went for Saka. Apart from that penalty reason, I went for Gabriel Jesus because of his good home record, and I do expect him to be involved in the goals because he's going to be their main striker. Probably Havertz is going to play that cam or the second striker role, but as of now, I think that Jesus is going to be pretty nailed option, and hopefully the attacking returns would fly in. And Haaland, there isn't much I'm going to talk about Haaland. At 14 million, he is. Obviously, even if he was placed at 15 million, all of us would buy him because he's a goal machine. And the set of fixtures is pretty nice with Burnley, Newcastle and Sheffield United. I think that Haaland is going to be the go-to man. And obviously, as you can see, that he holds the armband. And now you can see the midfield is in shape. I've got Enciso and Mitoma back into the midfield. And on my subs, you can see that I've got Tarkowski and Mings. And now I'll talk about Vinicius that I have at 5 million. I think that with Mitrovic going towards Saudi League, I think that Vinicius could be a good option at 5 million. Hopefully he's going to be starter. The set of fixtures is tough, but at 5 million, obviously he's going to be on the bench a lot. The template is looking like a proper 3-5-2 with the one forward on the bench usually. But when the time comes, I think that he could be a good option to play. He was clinical last season. He got goals. And with obviously Mitrovic leaving, I think Vinicius could be a little bit of a differential and a nice shout at 5 million. And that is one reason why I went for Vinicius instead of all the other cheap options. There is Ferguson too, but instead of Ferguson, I've gone for Enciso and Mitoma. As I think that there are a lot of options for Brighton to play, and obviously Ferguson does wonders during his first 2 or 3 game spell. I think that it is going to be bound for him to be on the bench, and obviously when you want to play him, he's going to be on the bench, and that is going to be a little bit of a hurtful side. But obviously these are all assumptions as the season hasn't started yet, but obviously on these assumptions these transfers are based, and these transfer moves are based, and this is what my squad is looking like. A little bit template and a couple of differentials, and I'm pretty satisfied with what the shape is looking like. I will still keeping an eye out on the pre-seasons. One thing that I saw today that James Maddison was playing that cam role, and obviously if he does big in that one, I think that he could be a huge shout for the midfield too. There are a lot of options in the midfield, a little less budget and a lot of options to fit into the midfield. So yeah, things are going to be this way throughout the season, but we're going to be talking about every move, every pick each season. So yeah, let me know how your squads are looking like and what are the players that you're looking at, and what else do you want to watch for the preseason content. Let me know in the comments below. Do subscribe, and obviously this is it for now. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all pretty soon.